Welcome back. We are now at circle test review number 1, part 3. And so this is question number 3. Make sure you catch parts 1 and 2 because all 3 questions are important questions, very involved questions, types of questions you'll see on your circle exam. So this is the first one. Watch out for the second review video because there'll be a second review for your test. Right? A reminder, if you find this work helpful, please leave a like for this video and make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. Turn on notifications to find out when new videos are going to add to the channel. So thanks for watching. And so now, question 3. In the accompanying diagram of circle O, tangent PB, secant AECP, chord DEB, and chord CB are drawn. The measure arc DC is 90, so we'll label this as 90 degrees. The measure of angle DEC is 85 degrees, so this angle is 85 degrees. And BP is 15, that's the measurement here. And CB is 8, that's the measurement here. So the first question we're trying to find out is the measure of arc AB. And so we're looking for this piece here. I'll call this, so this is our X value for now. And so to find this measurement, usually we use, this angle DEC is vertical to angle AEB. So they're both congruent and both 85 degrees. However, these two angles intercept the following arcs. Arc AB, the arc we're looking for, and arc CD, the arc we know. Now there's a formula when two chords of circle intersect and form angles. That formula we know, or should know in this case, is the measure of angle DEC is equal to 1/2 the measure of the arc intercepted by that angle and its vertical, 1/2 the difference of the arc intercepted. So measure of arc AB plus measure of arc CD. Well, so we know the measure angle DEC, so that's actually 85 degrees, so we're going to fill that in. So it's really important to write out our formulas so that we can kind of focus on what we're looking for. Also a good idea, in this case, to be able to identify the arcs intercepted. So for example, here we know this angle intercepts arc CD and is vertical, intercepts arc AB. So we have the measure arc AB, the unknown value we'll call X, while the measure arc CD is 90. So to help us out, we're going to solve by multiplying both sides by 2 to get rid of that 1/2. And we're going to get, in this case, 170 is equal to X plus 90. Subtracting 90 on both sides, we're going to get X, or the measure of arc AB, to be 80 degrees. And that's the first part. Now for the second part. We want to find the measure angle ACB. Now ACB is what we will call an inscribed angle. Its vertex is on the circle and sides are formed by two chords, chord AEC and chord BC. And so therefore, in this situation, do we know the measure inscribed angle is equal to 1/2 the measure, so measure angle ACB is equal to 1/2 the measure of the arc intercepted, and that would be the one we just found, arc AB. So the measure of angle ACB equals 1/2 of 80 degrees, which is 40 degrees. And that's how we find part B. Okay, so these are angles. Now I want to find the measure of angle P. Now this one's a little bit tricky here. Angle P here, all right? And so now we're saying to ourselves, well, okay, we would normally need to find arc BC, but then why do they give us the measure BP and the measure CB? Well, here's the thing. Now we're going to apply something we learned from before, our law of sines. Because yes, ladies and gentlemen, there is a triangle here, triangle PBC, of which we know the measure of, well, we can find the measure of BCP. You're saying, well, how can we find that? We just found the measure of angle ACB to be 40 degrees. 40 degrees. Well, angle BCP, the measure angle BCP is 180 minus 40 because it's going to be the linear pair to angle ACB. So this is going to be 140 degrees because we got 140 here. So now, in this situation, now I'm going to redraw this triangle, and so it's a little bit easier to see. Okay, so here we go. So here we go. It's in yellow. And so we have, in this case, this is 140 degrees. This would be the vertex C. This is P. And I believe this is going to be point B. All right. We were told PB was 15. And BC was 8. And now we're trying to find this angle measure here. We'll call Y. And so now we know, in this case, in a triangle, we know the side opposite and the angle measure opposite to the side. We can now use our law of sines. So we would say, in this case, setting up our law of sines here, it would be the sine of angle C over BP, the side opposite, equals the sine of angle P over BC, the side opposite. Sorry, handwriting's a little bad. Apologize for that. So let's fill this in. So we have the sine of 140 degrees over 15 is equal to the sine of angle P, we'll call Y later on, is equal to over 8. So we cross multiply, we get 15 sine of P equals 8 sine of 140. Divide both sides by 15, we get the sine of P is equal to 8 times the sine of 140 over 15. So we'll break out calculators now. All right, and so we're going to, let's break out the calculator. Here we go. All right, let me clear this from our previous problem. Okay, so we have a situation here. Just make sure we're in the right mode. We have to make sure we're in degree mode. So make sure it's in degree mode. Okay, enter. Now, back to our home screen. So we have, in this case, 8 sine of 140. So 8 sine of 140 degrees divided by 15. And we get a numerical value of 0.30.28200584. Okay, and so okay, all right. So we have this value here. Now we're going to, at this point, we're going to now find in this situation, what we call the inverse sine. Okay, so we say, in this case, the sine -1 of our value, which we got to be, I believe, just go back to our value here, which was 0.34282, 0.34282, all right, is equal to the measure of angle P. All right, so let's do that then. Okay, so we go back to calculator. So hit second sine. All right, so 0.3434, not 1, 4282. Just double check to make sure. Okay, enter. And we get 20.04. So we get, in this case, to the nearest degree, the measure of angle P is equal to 20 degrees. Okay, and so here we'll box our answer here. Also, if you want to, you can put up here equals 20 degrees, making sure we box our answers so that we can see what the answers are. Also, ladies and gentlemen, making sure you show work in each situation. So I can make this full screen. You can see all this stuff here. So for those of you who are trying to find the other arc BC, it was really maybe very difficult to see here. It was much easier to use a law of sines, and a good thing we learned law of sines to be able to solve a problem like this. So yeah, we ought to be prepared for questions like this, ladies and gentlemen, because we have learned that material. If you need to go back and review it, please do so. All right, so this is the end of our review part 3, and I hope that was helpful to you guys. If you want me to go over any other questions, there'll definitely be a second review coming up before our exam, and so please make sure you watch these videos and pause them and practice them. Please don't just copy down answers and think to yourself, you know what, I'm good, I have the answer, because the answer means nothing without how you got the answer, because that's more important, how you got the answer than the answer itself. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much. Again, please leave a like for the video, and appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. Take care and be safe.